10 beekeeping jobs for November, December, January and February, or in the winter. Hello, I'm Griffiths, welcome to Wayne Griffith. Here we talk everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living. Now we do reviews as well. Now this is the last episode of this series and of the year. It's 10 beekeeping jobs for the winter. Now the beekeeping season is well and truly finished, but there's still plenty of jobs to do over the winter. Let's get on with it. Number 1. Now, as always, heft your hives. You've got to heft your hives every 4 to 5 weeks now throughout the winter months, just to make sure the bees have got enough food and they're not going to starve. Now, if you get a mild winter, the bee is going to be eating a lot more food a lot faster than usual. So you've got to be extra careful if the season or the winter is very, very mild. If we get a strong, hard frost, then the bees are not going to be consuming as much stores. But nonetheless, keep an eye on the weight of your hives. And if they are low, this time of year now we feed fondant. Fondant is the feed we give our bees over the winter. Whether it's a baker's fondant or a purpose-made fondant, the two of them are just as good. We actually sell that in our store. We're one of the cheapest places in the UK at the minute to buy bee feed. So if you're after bee feed, go to our website. Number 2, keep an eye on the weather. Any storms or heavy doses of snow, make sure you check your hives after that. Strong winds can blow the hives over, can blow lids off. Snow can block up the entrance, block up the varroa flow, so you can actually suffocate a hive. So just be very aware of what the weather is doing. Your bees might be in a floodplain. Keep an eye on the weather. If it's promising serious rain, then you need to be extra vigilant on watching your hives that they don't flood. So very, very important tip there. Keep an eye on the weather and act accordingly. Number 3, now is the perfect time to melt old frames, melt your cappings, wax down, melt all that into blocks so you can actually sell that to get some of your money back that you've been spending on beekeeping. Now, wax is very, very expensive. It's actually worth more than honey. So don't leave that wax laying around the shed. Melt it down and weigh it in. What do you do with beeswax or where to sell it? Well, you can make your own products to begin with, whether it's coming to polish, candles, cosmetics, lip balms. You can make all that stuff, or you can sell it to companies like Thorns, where they'll exchange that wax for foundation. Or you can sell it to people who buy beeswax. Now, we buy Welsh beeswax here, but there's plenty of companies right across the UK that buys British beeswax in. You won't be disappointed with the price you'll get for it. Number 4, now clean and sterilize all equipment. Now is the perfect time to do this when these boxes are not in use. So if you had a dead out or you've bought something second hand, you haven't had bees in there, now is the perfect time. And remember, with polystyrene, we clean that down with bleach solution, and with timber hives, we sterilize that down with a blowtorch. Don't forget that, that's the best way to sterilize those hives. Number 5, now plan for next year. Do you need to buy more hives? Where are you going to get your nukes from? Where are you going to get your queens from? Now is the perfect time to do some research on these companies that sell these bees and equipment, so you can make sure you're not going to be let down in the spring, and you can reserve or book nukes and queens now in advance for the season. Now, we sell locally adapted bees on our website, and we also sell all kinds of beekeeping equipment. So don't forget to check our website out as well. Number 6, now if you're thinking of expanding your enterprise, Now is the perfect time to go visit farms and landowners to try and get a bit more permission to put more beehives on. Have you exceeded the amount of bees you've got at home? You need an out apiary. Go around these farms and landowners, get talking to them if they can spare you a corner of a field somewhere so you can expand your numbers. Number 7, don't forget to pay your rent. Now is the time when we pay the farmers and the landowners who owns the land where our bees are. We pay them a honey rent. So don't forget, pay your honey rent if you've got bees on an out apiary. Number 8, now is the perfect time to build new kit and get it painted. Now, even though paint will take longer to dry in the winter, it's an indoor job. You can do it in the cold and rain, and your box is going to be ready come spring, so you're not going to be wasting any time in the spring, because that time of year we need to get on the bees. Number 9, now sell your honey and beeswax. Now you've just extracted all your honey, you've got your beeswax all melted down. Start thinking about doing, how are you going to sell your honey? Are you going to sell it door to door? Are you going to sell it to friends and family? Are you going to do a few farmers markets? Get that honey sold over the winter. But don't sell all of it. Next year could be a bad year and you'll be thankful that you've saved a little bit back. And number 10, educate yourself on bees. Now, it doesn't matter how long you've been keeping bees. I'm still learning every day, or every day I'm on the bees. I'm always learning new things. I'm learning new things from other beekeepers, other bee farmers, books, websites, especially if you go and visit websites that are not based in your country. So I quite like looking at the New Zealand beekeeping methods, what they do in Australia, what they do in Europe and in the States and Canada. Quite fascinated with reading and looking up, see how those guys are keeping bees over there, some of the different equipments they use over there. I think the vaster your knowledge is and the further afield you look at different beekeeping operations throughout the world, that can help you massively. Now, some of the places to learn more about beekeeping, you can buy books, websites and YouTube, especially this channel. But no, all jokes aside, YouTube is a great resource. You've got beekeepers from all over the world on YouTube sharing their knowledge for free. Now, you can't go wrong with that. And here's a bonus tip. If you're still worried about Varroa mites in your hive, the winter time, especially December, January, is the perfect time to trickle oxalic acid onto the bees. Or you can vaporize, sublimation, put oxalic acid through a vaporizer in your hives to kill Varroa mites. Now is the best time, or over the winter is the best time to do that. That is a little bonus trick if you want to go down that road. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoy it, and don't forget, if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to upload new videos every week. Thanks for watching.